Hello, Angie. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I had to bring my kid because nobody would watch her.
She sure is a little cutie. Hi. It's nice to meet you. I'm Whitney.
This is Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. It's nice to meet you. You're precious. So, I'm pleased to have you here today. I've kind of went over some of your information and your assessments and everything, so I'm eager to learn more about you and get to know you during our counseling journey together. I've got a consent form we're going to go over and read and have you sign before we go on with the session. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. I know you already received some information, but I feel it's important in order to establish a strong and therapeutic trusting relationship between us that I give you a proper introduction of myself. I'm a Lindsey Wilson College student of counseling. I'm seeking my bachelor's degree. I have experience as a foster parent with the LGBTQ community, working with different families, substance abuse treatment, group therapy, and individual therapy. And I'm currently working to increase my knowledge through classes and training to better help my clients. And I feel like the biggest part is your ability to discuss any concerns with me at any time to support the work we do together. You agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind, can you pick up your paper and we're going to go over a few rules and guidelines that apply to myself and as well and you for these sessions. These were mentioned in your they're mentioned in the consent that I was going to say sign, but the consent you're about to sign. And I like to go over them at the beginning of all my first sessions with my clients. We want to do this every time.
Okay.
So, sessions will be held in the strictest confidence. So, the confidentiality, there's no information from any of our sessions will be released without your written consent. Unless you needed it for something to be released, doctor, medical, something like that.
Okay.
Of course, there are legal situations where I'm required by law to release information to the proper place. If these events occur and a client poses a threat to themselves or others, reveals contemplation or occurrence of a major crime to me. If you're say that you committed a crime or felt like harming somebody, and I felt it was a threat, I've had to report that. Suspected abuse of a child, an elderly person, a mentally handicapped. If I thought that, or you kind of entailed to me that you could be, then I'd have to report that. Hopefully this situation doesn't occur, but if they were to occur, I'm required by law to make a report. Also about confidentiality, I do often review cases with my support staff and supervisor. This just helps me in better to give you the best care by getting other opinions and stuff to help you in our journey. But the guidelines are confidentiality are followed. You have any questions about confidentiality or my
No.
schooling or anything? Okay. So we'll move on to the appointments. I would like for us to keep all appointments that we can. I know that emergencies happen. You obviously have kids. If you ever feel that you have to bring her, this time, you are welcome to bring her. I want to focus on you though. Make sure that all the focus is on you. If that's why you're here, to help you. I don't want you to feel stressed or nothing, but don't ever feel you have to cancel or anything because of that. I expect I'm going to keep my appointments too, unless something emergency was occur. I expect if there was something to happen that's not, urgent emergency, like something something like that you do give me a 24-hour notice so we can reschedule in plenty of time, and just so I just not waiting on you.
Okay.
We can schedule any appointment by phone or email, or we can do it in person at the end of the sessions. If you want to do it that way, whatever works best for you. I would like to schedule a session every week, but we can do it however you feel you need. If you don't feel like you need it weekly, or your life can't, you can't work around that, then we'll do however you think's best for you. The one thing is very important that I like to stress is the completion of counseling is an essential part of the counseling process. And however, at any time, if you feel that counseling is not working for you, or I'm not working, it's me, or whatever going on in your life and you just can't do it, then you have the right to terminate counseling.
Okay.
So, I know that it's just not for everybody, but I hope that I can help you and helping yourself with whatever your issue needs are, and you can stay with me, but I just want everyone to know, she's so cute, that you have the right to terminate if you can. I just like to stress that, but my biggest stress is completion of counseling is the essential part of the counseling process of helping you. So, I wanted to have around 30 minutes today in this first session, and I know we took up a lot of it going over this consent form. And we'll go ahead and have you sign that. I'll get you the ink pen. So, we only have about 30 minutes today, but if you have any questions or anything we discussed, we can talk about that first. If anything we just talked about, you like appointments and everything will work weekly, or?
Well, it just really depends, because I do have 4 kids.
Yeah.
This one's special needs, and a lot of people won't watch her, so a lot of times my life revolves around her.
I understand that. And like I said, you can bring her anytime, but I want you to feel relaxed when you come here. So, even if I can help, I might go get one of my co-workers to entertain her for us if we have to.
Okay.
I just want to go to help you feel relaxed. So, future sessions, like I said, will be at least 50 minutes long, or whatever time you feel like you need and desire to have. If you want more, if you feel like it's too much, you want less, we'll work with that. We won't do just a plan, but we normally do around 50 minutes to an hour. So, we're going to get on with what you're here for today. So, I know I've read some over your assessments and your information, but what is it that brings you here today to counseling?
I just feel really overwhelmed. Like I said, we have 4 kids. She's special needs. A lot of people don't want to watch her because she has to be catered more to than most other kids, especially her age. Then I just feel like I have no time for myself. I feel like I don't have no time for me and my wife. I don't feel like we get any time. Everything revolves around our kids, which I know. I love my kids, but everybody needs that alone time, and I don't have that.
Okay, so you're feeling stressed. I'm gathering that you're feeling overwhelmed. Obviously, you don't ever have time for yourself. You don't have time for self-care. Just all that's bottled. Are you keeping it in?
Yeah,
not letting anyone know about it? Or are you, is it depressing you? Or are you just...
I just feel like when I try to talk to people, I feel like people judge. They don't understand, and they're like, well, you asked for this, or you can just do this. They don't understand that it's just everyday stress of having kids in general, but then when you have 4 and they're foster kids, it's just not something that you can just pass on, and people just like, well, just send them back. You can't do that just because the kid's hard.
Like I said, I relate a lot on that because I've dealt with worked with a lot of foster home and parents and families that, reuniting and adoptive families. So I can relate there with you on that, and I understand it has to be really rough and hard, especially having one that nobody wants to watch. So I completely understand that and feel for you in that. Are you doing any kind of self-care, or?
I don't have time.
So, you really need to I feel like you're really needing to work towards that. Kind of set a goal maybe to work towards self-care. Have you talked to your spouse about this?
They don't want to hear it.
Your spouse doesn't?
Mm-mm.
So that's probably one of the things that is your relationship troubling, or is it?
It's just like, it's just a whole stressful situation. They feel the stress, I feel the stress, but when we try to talk, we usually interrupt it with kids or something else is going on, and then when you try to talk to other people about stuff, they just want to sit and judge and say, well, you can do this and you do that. Well, you chose this life. Yeah, I chose it, but that don't mean my life were to stop. And people that have 1 or 2 kids that can just jump up and go, it's a whole lot different when you got 3 to 4 kids at a time.
So you really need somebody to vent to, and I feel for you, honey. I do, and I know that I'm hoping I can help you make decisions into making this better for you and your kids, because stress, your kids can feel that too. Like you said that your kids feel it. I think first we need to probably I'm going to try to help you in making some decisions. Ultimately it's your job to make decisions, but do you think, can you talk to her? Why?
Well, every time that we do try to talk, it's always interrupted with some kind of chaos.
You feel like you can talk to her?
Or
are you just holding it in?
Just holding it in, and we just go on with every day. They're all toddlers, so you don't have time to do nothing. It's always one thing after another. You got one mess, the next mess, and then they're fighting, then they're climbing, then they're doing this. It's just a stressful situation.
So I have a little technique that a lot of gestalt therapists use, and I feel like you need to get some of your anger, not maybe anger, frustration, get this off of you. And do you feel like maybe if you could talk to her, like right now, that you have a lot to say about everything that's going on? Like if there wasn't nobody around.
I just feel like we need to make more time for our relationship where we can actually have that, be able to talk to each other. Okay. But we got to take the time.
So, if we can put her down, you think she'll sit down, or?
You sit down, Lou?
Yeah. If not, you can, we're going to do a little, it's kind of like it's called we'll just pretend like this is her. So, this chair that's right here, it's called an empty chair technique. And all I'm going to do is we're going to pretend like this is your wife here with you. And one day maybe you could improve into counseling with your wife. But we're going to pretend like this is your wife. And I want you to, if you're willing to do this, I want you to tell her, do you think it'd make you feel better to kind of get that out right now? Because you look like you're balled up emotions. I can see tears in your eyes and your gesture. Your body, you look tight. And I can see the pain, that you're going through and the stress. you think you could, look at her and maybe like practice telling her how you feel? And you think that would help you in being able to actually talk to her at a later time?
I don't know. You can try it.
Well, if you're willing to try, I think that today, we don't have a long time, but it would be. I think it would help with the stress because it seems like you're really just built up emotions and tight and stressed. I think just getting it out right now because you can just tell it's bottled up. So, I'll say that we give this a try. And if it don't work, we got several more sessions and we got several techniques we can try. And just I think getting it out to even me is going to help you. And we'll work on figuring out a way to get your life in order for you to get self-time and fill it in, schedules. And you don't have to find you a babysitter. Figure out how to do this, because it can be done. You've got to allow yourself to accept that you don't have to be the only one to do all this. You have to put your foot down about that too. It's great that you're coming to terms and wanting help with this, because it'll hopefully this will help you. So can you tell your wife, what's her name?
Whit.
Can you tell Whit how you're feeling right now? It don't look like her, I know.
Whit. She's just making it hard because she's making faces at me.
She's so cute. Well, you can look here, wherever you want, and just, it don't have to be, we'll just pretend it's an empty chair. Just, we're going to be serious about this. Can you tell her how you're feeling right now?
I just feel really overwhelmed, and I feel like we both need a little me time. We both need together time without the kids. We had a lot before the kids. We need to get back to that, at least sometimes.
Is there anything else you want to say to her? What's it like what do you feel like right now talking to her?
I don't know. It's just a lot. I don't know.
What else? Can you tell her how you're feeling? Like, I know you're telling her what the problem is, but can you tell her how you're feeling about it, how it's making you feel?
I stay stressed. And I know I take it out on you, and I take it out on the kids, and I don't mean to.
So, can you tell her just, I know that things are, it gets emotional, and some people don't like big hugs, but you look like you need a hug right now.
It's just hard.
I know it's hard. It's just so cute. So, like I said, we're telling her how you feel. What do you need to say to her? What do you want to change? What things do you think she needs to do as well to help them?
I just think we need that time alone.
You can tell her that.
You're silly. I don't know. I need to stop.
So, we need to go on. Apparently, I said this kind of made you really emotional to talk about. And so we'll end that session for right now with that with the role play. And but it's good to get your feelings out and be true to yourself. And this is good, because do you do this at home? It's something that's been coming, so I can feel that I can see that you needed this and I'm seeing the sense of relief coming out in this session. So I mean, we need to talk about setting some goals for the future, so that you can calm down and what kind of future goals do you feel like? I know that we're saying you're wanting to, for everything I've gathered, you're wanting to be able to get the courage up to talk to me about this, because she doesn't take you serious, or you feel like it isn't. Maybe she does take you serious, but you've been holding it in so long and just ignoring it. So you're wanting to build up the courage to talk to her, right? You're wanting to find you time for yourself, the stress. Is there any past experiences that you're trying to live up to that maybe something in your childhood that didn't? Was your parents there for you like you were for your kid? And it could have got overwhelmed?
I try to be a better parent than what I had.
So maybe you're trying to live up to your past and try to fix what you didn't have. And sometimes we can't do that. You just gotta do the best you. Because I promise, as a parent, your kids are gonna love you as long as you give them the best part of you. And when you're stressed or overwhelmed, you're not going to be able to do that. But we're going to work on improving that for you. I can't fix it. I wish I could fix everything for my client and for you. I wish I could do it for you. But I can help you and helping you make decisions, or getting to that point and getting bitten and getting everything out for you, to be able to get to the point of feeling relaxed and being able to talk to your wife and hopefully getting to where you're feeling better about your life. And I can't cancel, I can't go babysit for you.
Although we need a babysitter.
Yeah, I can't, do all that stuff, but we'll help work to figure out maybe a plan to find a sitter for you, or you can find, just a strategy to get through this. And maybe after you talk to your wife, if this helped you, we can build up with Kurt that you can finally, have you told her you're going to counseling?
No.
And then that's probably something that we can build up, that you can talk to her and, open up that this is what you're doing. And maybe she'll be willing to come with you at some point. You think that would help and be something that you'd be interested in? Yes. Eventually, but we're going to work on you first. Till we're in with your sessions, and before we get to anything like that, we need to work just on you. So, today, how do you feel today went? I feel that I see the emotions pouring out of you, so I feel like that it went good. Do you feel any better just getting that part out?
Yeah.
Little Britches, hi. So, I say that you're all eyes on her, but I feel like this has helped you, and I can tell you love your baby and your kids. I want to help you to help yourself to be the best parent you can for them. And so today, probably about all. I don't want to push you, too far today. First time, and this next time, I feel like I just have to go that maybe you can go home, and if you're not ready to talk to your wife about it, then we'll work towards that. Maybe you can go home and take a hot bath, relax, think over the things that you make priority, like you go home and clean every day and all that. and stress over that, think about other things that where you can put in some self-care. I want you to go home and, if you don't mind, put in some self-care for yourself. Take a hot bubble bath. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you ever drink a glass of wine, read a book, something that's by yourself when the kids go to bed? Do some figure out something that you can do some self-care with, and tell me how you feel when you come back, and we'll work more on some different strategies and things to help with your emotions and to get you to the point of that. So it's about time to wrap this up. Do you feel today's went good?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're going to come back? Because you feel a little emotional. So that's great. It's been great having you and meeting your little one, and I look forward to our next session. Do you feel like, do you want to plan that today, or you just want to call me, or?
I'll just call you.
Just know that anytime, if you have questions, concerns, anything, you can email me. My phone, I'm always busy, but you can email me anytime. You can always call me, but just email me if you like. If you call me, just leave me a voicemail, and I'll call you back as soon as I can with any concerns or anything. So